When exactly did DC movies go wrong? Was it Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight Rises, which a lot of Batman fans consider to be his weakest movie? I personally love it. It's also said that the Dark Knight trilogy set DC on a path to think that darker means better. So, they continued without really understanding what made the Dark Knight trilogy work. And thus we have our first movie after Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy, Man of Steel. A Superman that is more grounded, a Superman that has a lot of inner conflict, and a Superman that really doesn't know who he is as Superman. Personally, I love this movie because at the end of it, he becomes Superman. But what do you think? Do you think this is the first step of where DC went wrong? Then we have Batman vs. Superman, a movie where a seasoned Batman wants to kill Superman because he believes he is the biggest threat to Earth. After that, we have The Suicide Squad, in which Joker asks the audience a profound question. You don't want no beef? And then we get one of the worst things I've ever seen in my entire life. Joss Whedon's Justice League, where they completely killed their IP here. I think DC movies went wrong with Batman vs. Superman. DCWB looking at that script and thinking, yeah, this is okay. Let me explain why. The reason why is because if their priority was to create a cohesive DC universe like Marvel, I think it was a mistake to start off with an older Batman. I think it was a mistake to kill Superman in his 1.5 movie appearances. This wasn't even his standalone second movie. I think that was a mistake. And I think it was also a mistake to include so many characters like Doomsday and Lex Luthor. It just felt like a gigantic mess. But I will say, the ultimate cut, the movie in which the studio doesn't affect the plot of the film, is much better. There are so many franchises and cinematic universes that fail miserably because they don't understand the first thing about what makes Marvel so successful. Marvel sets themselves apart from other studios because they are cohesive, they are consistent, and they have a plan. They have a plan. They literally set days where they bring in all their writers and they go, all right, we're not leaving this room until we have an 8 to 10 year plan for this next arc. They have a plan. Does DC look like a guy with a plan? No, clearly not. Because since its inception, the DC universe has been reactionary and they don't know what they clearly want with their vision. Hopefully they get it right this time.